Spright has received another set of 2s. Hello guys and welcome back to another cold episode. On today's episode, we're talking about Spright White Forest. Now if you don't know, the White Forest cards have a bunch of 2s in them. Most notably, LZ as well as Alistar, a stellar... Sorry, wrong Alistar. A stellar, which are both 2s and are also combo starters for their respective deck in White Forest, and pair them alongside the Sprites, and bada bing bada boom, you have Spright White Forest. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyway, let's hop into the card by card and the explanation. There's not really much to talk about here. Instead of playing something like the Toy Box engine or the Runic or Centurion or whatever have you, we're instead playing Spright. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. We're playing the minimum amount of Spright cards, basically. At least Spright monsters. 2 blue, 2 jet, 1 red, and 1 carrot. And then the rest are the spells and traps. We're playing the 3 apiece of starter and 1 gamma burst and smashers. And that's it for the Sprites. The rest are White Forest cards. We're playing ourselves 3 apiece of a stellar, which allows you to send a card in order to special summon a light tuner from your deck, as well as can reborn itself. We also have LZ, which can special summon itself by pitching a spell trap from hand in order to, or from hand or field in order to special summon itself and then search a White Forest monster. So there's that. And those are our 2s, so we're playing 3 apiece of those. We're also playing 3 apiece of Sylvie, because it also does the combo as well by being able to, on normal or special, add a White Forest spell trap from your deck to your hand. And then it also has the quick effect to shuffle back a White Forest Synchro you control or in the grave in order to special summon this guy. On top of that, we also have the Rusia, the one of, which sends a card to draw a card, as well as if you control a White Forest, it can special summon itself. Generally, that's what you're going to search off the LZ, unless you don't have another better normal summon, in which case you'll search the Sylvie. We're also playing 1 apiece of the Tails of the White Forest, which just searches a card if you control one of the White Forest monsters. And then we also are playing the 1 Woes, which special summons and then synchros on the opponent's turn. It's pretty good. And then also has the, if it's sent for the activation of a monster effect, same with this one, they can both set themselves. Pretty good. And that's pretty much it for the engines. The rest is non-engine. We're playing 3 triple tack, or sorry, not 3 triple tack, 3 Maxi, 3 Ash, 2 Called By, pretty standard. We're also playing 2 triple tactics, as well as 3 evenly matched, and the 1 reframing, which just allows us to utilize the Amritara and get an additional Omni Negate on the field. And that's pretty much it. So let's do the extra deck. It's pretty simple. Actually, no, it's not. I'm lying to you. We're playing the 1 Formula Synchron to summon off of the Diabell. We're also playing 1 apiece of Diabell, Silvera, and this one, Sinister Soul, which are all just able to recur themselves, or not recur themselves, but be recycled off of the effect of the level 4 tuners. So they can all just go back. So while, yes, you do summon them multiple times, oftentimes, you can just put them back. So it's not really that big of a deal, even if they are returned. Then we're also playing 1 Coral Dragon. I think Coral Dragon is a little bit more useful because it is a tuner. So you can use a 4 and a 2 to go into the Coral Dragon, and then use a Spright card to go into the 8. So that's kind of the thought process there. And we're also running the 1 Amritara, which with these 2 you can summon it, which is something notable, since if you end up with the 2 4s, you still have something to do with them, which is great. And then we are also playing 2 10s that we can summon off of quite a few things, actually, but the Chaos Angel as well as the Baron. And then we're playing a few Xyzs. We're playing Mannequin Cat, 2 Gigantics, and that's pretty much it. Mannequin Cat honestly never really came up, but it's still a decently good card. Most notably, it's good when the opponent like maxes you, so if you're able to like Ash Blossom the Maxi and then bring it back and stuff like that, it's pretty nice. Then we're also running the 1 IP Masquerena, the 1 SP Little Knight, and then 2 Spright Elf. And that's pretty much it. Let's hop into the replay and show you how this deck performed. Alright, so here we are going second, and yeah, let's see what we can do. We have a fairly decent hand here. However, my opponent is going to go first, and, well, they're also playing White Forest, which I promptly stopped with 2 well-placed hand traps, and that's the turn. Now, you might be thinking, obviously, we normal summon the Silvera, or the Sylvie here, right? Because then we can, like, play the game. If we get interrupted on the Sylvie, we just lose. So I'm not going to do that. We're going to play Spright. We're going to play Spright. I grab up the starter here. We're going to go for the starter for the blue. Blue effect is going to special summon, or search out the carrot. Then we are going to Exi into the Gigantes. Gigantes is going to activate its effect, and we're going to special summon out one of the... we're going to summon a Stellar. And then we are going to go to combat and just walk over the field here after going Elf and into Carrot. Then we just set one and we pass the turn. That's pretty much it. Pretty good, though, all things considered. My opponent's going to go for the Synchro. Whoo, they are on some heinous garbage. And out comes the Centurion. I'm going to also attempt to special summon back off of the Elf, and they are going to banish my blue. Oh, no! Anyway, Magma is going to search during the end phase. They're going to walk over the field, and then search it during the end phase. The Baldrake, which is kind of interesting, and then they're going to go for the Baldrake. I have no idea what they're playing. Like, this is just, like, some of the most heinous deck building I think I've ever seen. They're playing White Forest alongside Centurion and Bestial with Baldrake, and they found room for things like Synchro Rumble. I don't know what they were doing, but it ain't it. It ain't it. We draw LZ, which isn't great, but we're going to normal summon the Silveri, or the Sylvie, so that we can link off here into the Elf. This may seem strange, but I know that they're going to take the bait and hit the Baldrake here instead of, like, actually doing something useful, because Elf can just bring back a guy. So we're going to bring back the Jet here, and Jet is going to search out a spell. Hey, that's a thing that we can send to the graveyard for LZ. So that's exactly what we do. We grab the Rusia, and we're going to special summon the Rusia, and then just immediately synchro into the 6. It's just a tuner basically at this point, and then out comes the Diabell. Diabell is going to then re-add the Spright starter to our hand, and then we're going to go put back the 4 and then go into the 6 once again in order to actually utilize that spell and grab up the woes. Here we're just going to walk over the field, and yeah, at this point I'm feeling pretty confident since we can just make Baron during the opponent's turn, and we also have access to woes if we really need those to. So all in all, pretty decent. My opponent's going to activate the quick play. We're going to special summon out the formula. We're going to reset, and then we're going to use the formula in order to go into the Baron. And out comes this guy, and they activate the effect, realizing that the Baron will negate them. They just concede. So, cool game. Alright, so here we are going first once again, and that hand is very bad. So, I guess we're going to have to normal summon the Maxi and special summon blue. We're going to go for blue for Jet. Jet is then going to special summon and grab up the Smashers. I should have grabbed Carrot, or Starter here. I don't know why I didn't. Anyway, we're going to go for the Gigantic. It's going to be met with Ash Blossom. I'm going to look at the hand, and we're certainly looking. That's for sure. So, it's Triple Tactics, Thrust, and Imseti, and then, of course, Snow. So, yeah, we're going to... They drew the 1-off, by the way. We're going to put that back and then just set 3. And, like, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. Not really too concerned here. They're going to go for the Snow here. They're going to go combat here. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, let me go and Synchro Summon here to book this guy so that I can keep the Gigantic. And then I remembered that it's Triple Tactics Thrust, not Talents. And I go, never mind. Let me not activate that effect. I goofed. Realistically, I shouldn't have Synchro Summoned there. I should have just Special Summoned the Sylvie during the end phase. And then gone from there. So I did a bit of a goof. Hopefully it doesn't come to bite me in the butt. We shall see. But we pretty much know that my opponent's like not, like they don't have anything. We do draw incredible. So yeah, that's like full combo. That's multi-full combo as well. We're going to add back the woes as well. Then we're going to normal summon here and just send the woes, which will then reset itself, as well as going for the Sylvie. Now, hold on. They do have a called by. And I was like, okay, surely, because they activated it, and then they sat for a while and thought about what they were going to call by. And I was like, surely they don't target the thing that has text on it, where it can special summon itself from grave, potentially dodging this called by, you know, the card that I'm currently activating on my field. Now, obviously, I don't immediately do that. I obviously activate the Diabell in order to special summon from the extra, just because, like, it's for free. But no, of course they target, of course they did. Of course that was what they targeted. So I just shuffled back my guy and special summon, and now they can't negate my thing, and they just lose. Good game. Alright, so here we are once again going second, and, well, that's evenly matched in our hand, which is pretty good. Let's see what my opponent is on, and they are on Runic. Yeah, okay. Yep, you saw that. Yep, yep, it's Runic White Forest, baby. So yeah, out comes the Coral Dragon here. This is kind of odd, but it makes sense. They're going to special summon here, and then they're going to shuffle back and draw, which is pretty good, all things considered. And they're going to synchro into Diabell and draw an additional card, as well as they're going to add back to their hand the Woes. So they have quite a few cards for them, and I'm just like, cool, that's an A-okay. I'm just going to go to combat here, because you can't do anything. There's literally nothing, unless you're randomly playing Judgment, that you could do. And for some reason, I could not explain to you, for some reason, they decided to get rid of the One of Fountain. Can't explain it. I have no idea why they decided to do that. Well, okay, I do know why, because you'll see in a second. But, like, in what world is that ever the choice? Anyway, we go for LZ, we grab up this Sylvie. We're going to special summon the blue, and be met with... Oh, that's right, Skill Drain! Well, it'd be a shame if we had Smashers already in our hand, and we did happen to pitch the starter earlier off of the LZ, because... Yeah. Oops. Anyway, away goes the Skill Drain, and, 10 out of 10 game. Alright, we're back with the deck, and honestly, this deck is not nearly as good as White Forest Toy Box. And more specifically, there are a lot of anti-synergies with this deck. Sure, in theory, you can do a lot with the Spright cards and gain a lot of advantage, as you saw in those first two games, with the Spright cards paired alongside the White Forest cards, right? You're able to use them as synchro material, you're able to do a whole bunch of other stuff as well, being able to, like, search out spells and all of that jazz is very useful. However, the problem is, if you are actually playing Spright, and you're playing under the 2 lock, this half of the deck, the White Forest cards, do not do anything. They are now dead. So if you have to play with, like, starter, or, like, you want to be able to do something with starter, basically the only thing that you can do is, like, pitch it for one of your other effects. But if you don't have that, they don't really synergize and really pair with each other to do anything, right? You're better off just playing, like, either, like, pure Spright with more just 2 support, with, you know, maybe some of the Sacred Beast stuff, or, like, Tri-Brigade, or Runic, or something like that. Or you're better off playing, like, Toy Box, or Centurion, or something else of that nature that gives you a similar amount of recursion and all of that stuff without locking you for the White Forest. They're almost anti-synergistic, bringing both of their power levels down. So, yeah, all in all, I would not suggest this. It's kind of similar in nature to, like, Live Twin Spright. Where, like, in theory, they have synergies. In reality, they kind of hinder each other. Not as bad as, Live Twin is not as bad as this one. But, like, yeah, this one's okay. However, it's, you know, it's Spright, and it's White Forest. It's gotta be cool, right? Yeah. That's it. That's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys did indeed enjoy, and if you did, a like is very much appreciated, and remember to always stay frosty. Bye-bye. Shout out to the Frost Guard, my members. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I hope you enjoy the content.